Hello again. No rare relic start this time, huh? Let's have a look-see here. Okay, we got some good stuff over here. In particular, taking elites late is always nice. So, at the start of my run in Slay the Spire, you're presented with a lot of information all at once here. And I use that to make a few decisions about how my Act 1 is going to look very, very quickly. There's three big things to consider right away as soon as your run starts. The first thing to consider, which of these four starting bonuses do you take? Second thing to consider, what does the map look like? What are the available paths? What kind of nodes can you visit? And third thing to consider, what is the act boss at the end of the act? Which of the three that you're facing ends up having a huge impact on the cards that you want to be taking in Act 1 so that you're able to safely progress to Act 2, get that boss relic and that reward, and just get further into the run. You have to be able to beat that first boss in order to move on. So picking cards that can defeat it is very important. And you're able to look at all of these things at the same time. So I tend to think that you should use these latter two pieces of information to help you decide what to do on that first choice, what to do on your starting pick. Thanks to our trusty map marks mod, we can kind of paint some prospective paths here. I'm going to mark a couple that I like. Here's a fairly safe one. We visit a couple of rest sites, and then we're able to pick off a couple of elites later in the act. We don't visit any shops. We get a handful of events, lots of card rewards, a couple early upgrades. This should be pretty rewarding. I usually put a priority on getting upgraded cards at rest sites before trying to tackle elites, but oftentimes in Act 1, the name of the game is how many elite fights can you get away with? Each of these elites will reward you with a substantial amount of money, a card reward, which might contain a rare card, and a relic. And all of these things are better to get in the early game than they are to get in the late game, so the earlier you can get your hands on them, the better. Centennier says, do I ever take a curse as part of my starting bonus? I only really think about it if I have an early shop and the bonus for the curse is 250 gold. I think that is a situation where it's reasonable to do. For the most part, the curse starts are quite bad. You end up essentially spending the whole run down one card remove. And oftentimes, in the first couple of fights, the curse can cause you to take substantial additional damage. So you'll also be down quite a few hit points in Act 1, which can be a real problem. Let's see, any other paths that I want to look at here in Act 1? We could consider going for the Burning Elite early, but that's an almost suicidal thing to do on floor 6. Any reasonable path that hits 3 elites? We could go here instead of here. So I'll mark a divergence point. If I wanted to fight 3 elites and get 1 less rest site. Could go to this shop. Any other reasonably placed shops? This would have to be in lieu of an elite. Don't know that we get a whole lot of benefit out of the 100 gold star, and that's because the shops aren't conveniently placed. I guess if I was going to go red path here, it would make a lot more sense to do that with a 100 gold. So maybe that's an option. Take 100 gold, plan on fighting this elite, so we get 3 elites. If anybody can pull that off, it's Ironclad, thanks to the 6 health heal per combat and the huge max health this guy has. I don't think I would ever take this starting bonus. I don't usually like the boss swap much on Ironclad. So for me, this is a toss-up between choose an uncommon colorless card, one of 3, or take 100 gold. And I'm kind of liking an uncommon colorless card start. Colorless cards are definitely a mixed bag, particularly the uncommons. Although I think Ironclad in particular has a lot of use for them, as many of them say exhaust. Many of them are pretty energy efficient as well. Something like Dark Shackles or Panic Button would be an excellent find. Something like Panacea or Bandage Up could be something that's conditionally useful. And there's a few other broadly good ones. Let's see what we're offered here. Oh, we are offered a Dark Shackles. -9 strength to one enemy for 0 cost. I think is an incredibly efficient card and one I'm very, very happy to have in the starting deck. I'll take that. And that should make taking the green path pretty simple here. Bonk. So now that we have this Dark Shackles, we're already a little bit more incentivized to do something like pick up a Feel No Pain, or pick up a Dark Embrace. Okay, should be able to cleanly kill next turn. Yeah. Didn't use the Dark Shackles in this fight, but I'm sure it'll get use somewhere else. Very happy to have a Speed Potion early. How about a Spot Weakness? If the enemy intends to attack, gives us some strength. I don't think Spot Weakness is particularly good against the Slime boss, but it's a very broadly useful card otherwise. Mr. Blitz asks, what's the difference between the different card rarities? So there are 3 rarities of card in Slay the Spire. Commons have a gray sash at the top here, so Warcry is an example of a common card. The gray sash is also shared by starter cards, but starter cards are not quite the same as commons. So Strike and Defend and Bash also have that gray border, but they're not commons. They're starters. Uncommons have a blue sash at the top like this, and then rares have a gold sash. So the 3 main rarities are common, uncommon, and rare. Each of these 3 rarities of card tend to have a broadly different theme to them. Commons are relatively few in number, although they appear frequently, so any particular common card is something that you'll see fairly often. And they provide basic functions. Some, basic attacks and blocks are usually commons. Rarely do they do any sort of advanced effect. Sometimes they'll generate energy or draw a card, but they don't do anything more complicated than that. Uncommons are a bit more unusual, usually in the form of attack or block plus some kind of special effect, or outright providing a special effect in lieu of attack or block. Spot Weakness being a good example of that. There are lots of uncommon cards, usually 30 to 40 per character, and they make up the bulk of any given character's card pool. Rares, lastly, are, again, relatively few in number. Rares are very unlikely to appear in regular card rewards. You'll mostly see them from elites, in shops, or as a guaranteed reward after beating a boss. Rares tend to have either high card costs or powerful single-use effects. Sometimes both. I don't have any other basic options here. I'm going to happily take a Spot Weakness. Getting your first strength gain card on Ironclad can be a real game changer. And speaking of game changer, this Dark Shackles is a real game changer for this turn, which would be pretty upsetting otherwise. But here we simply get to save 8 health for free, thanks to the power of the Shackles. Good job, Shackles. Okay, we can guarantee to kill that one next turn. I spot your weakness. It's swords. And we're at full health. It's a good thing. Ooh. Hello? Can I have a real attack card, please? Anyone? Anyone at all? All 3 of these are pretty niche choices. Havoc plays the top card of the draw pile and exhausts it, which is pretty random. Definitely not always useful, and oftentimes, especially in the early game, is paying 1 cost for a random 1-cost card. If you have ways to manipulate the top card of the draw pile, it can be a bit better. Warcry draws 1 and puts a card on top. I like to think of Warcry as a basic card manipulation card for the Ironclad. There's some utility here. We could configure where Dark Shackles, or better yet, Spot Weakness appear, and I think having a Spot Weakness is a good enough reason to take 1 Warcry. Lastly, Clash. Clash does massive damage if you can play it for free. It's very good if you can play it, but a lot of the times you can't, because any non-attack card in your hand, be it a power, a skill, a status, or worst of all, a curse, will prevent Clash from being played at all. Which makes Clash deeply, deeply unreliable. It might be better than nothing, but I think I'd prefer the Warcry here. My biggest issue with Clash tends to be that the further you get into a run of Slay the Spire, the more you want to have access to power and skill cards in your deck so that you can survive late-game foes. The more of those you add, the less it becomes possible to play Clash. And so the further you go into the run, the more unplayable Clash becomes. Would I be taking any starter card if there was such an option? I could easily see myself adding more Eruptions to my Watcher deck. Or Vigilances. Would I take another Survivor on Silent? Yes, I would also take Survivor on Silent. Let's take a Warcry. Alright, we got a fight in the first encounter too. So it's actually 5 fights in a row, which is fine by me. Bring it to 12, huh? If I drew Bash and Strike, that would be a kill. That's really unlikely, so... this way. Also Dark Shackles, right? Oh, I did draw Bash and Strike. How comedic! Doesn't matter, though. Stay within the range of Burning Blood healing us, and we stay at full health. We get a Cultist Potion, 1 strength every turn. I think I'm going to try to hold on to this as a way to beat the Slime Boss. But I might want to use it before then. Well, I guess we found a real attack card. Clash is here again, but the big choice for me here is the 2-cost Carnage or the 2-cost Impervious. 20 damage or 30 block. Carnage is ethereal, meaning if we don't play it, it gets exhausted, which can be a good thing later in the run. I think Impervious is what I would call the better card overall. Which is to say later, you know, when I get to Act 3, I'd much prefer having the Impervious over the Carnage. But right now, I need a way to kill things. And a Carnage, better yet, an upgraded 28 damage Carnage is going to be an excellent, excellent way to do that. This absolutely fills the role we need for a card that solves our short-term problems. You can't block your way through an Act 1 Elite fight. It just doesn't work. You have to be able to do damage. And so we must take this Carnage, even though the Impervious is deeply tempting. We're a little bit too defense-heavy if I take it. Uh-oh. We could... yeah, Carnage could maybe let me fight this Red Elite too, but let's see how this fight goes. I think we're gonna strike this one twice to put it into Carnage range. But looks like we're going to be taking some damage next turn, basically no matter what. Yeah, we did draw the Carnage, good. Okay, so I can defend in Carnage. That's not too bad. Nice clean kill there. Here we'll just block. Okay, this was fine. Totally fine. Man, attacks are definitely in short supply here. Got some zero-cost cards, though. Battle Trance. Zero-cost, draw 3. Very, very nice card for Clad. It's essentially free draw, at least the first trance is. And basically a no-brainer for the first copy that you see, unless it's up against better cards. Could add a second spot weakness, but is 2 really better than 1? I'm not sure. Or a rage for zero-cost block gain, but that's only good if you can spam attacks, and we're certainly not able to do that. I'm gonna grab the Battle Trance here. So, do we go Red Path? I'm thinking we're in pretty good shape to do so, actually. Although I'd have to be willing to use the Cultist Potion to get past this Elite. Kind of cool with that, honestly. I think we're much better off getting more money and an extra relic than we are getting an additional card upgrade here. Let's go this way. Match and keep. 12 cards, match them to keep them. So, 12 cards, 6 matched pairs in here. You reveal 2 matching cards, you get the card. And I'm looking for a bludgeon. It was doubt and doubt, right? Not clumsy and doubt. Find the bludgeon, that's the name of the game. Dang. Did not find the bludgeon, unfortunately. Schmammerin, thanks for 15 months of support. Bonk. And it is a laggy Voolin, too. Yeah, I think we're willing to use the Cultist Potion to get through this fight. Oh, and I can Warcry the... Oh yeah, this is clearly the best way for this to go. So you bash, applying 2 vulnerable, use Warcry, which can't draw a card but does still put a card back on top, in order to preserve the Carnage. Let the Ascender's Bane go. Don't play any more cards this turn. Instead, next turn, with +1 strength, you play the Carnage on the vulnerable Lagavulin. Unfortunately, didn't draw any strike to go with it. Heck. That's alright. I'll just tank that to the face. Don't worry about it. Nice. The ultimate draw. Okay, well, knowing that's my hand next turn, I think Bash Strike over Carnage is the clear line here. So the next turn we do Strike, Strike, Strike to kill. With 6 Stronk. Strikes to 18 apiece. That wasn't so bad. Now, was it? What a relic, though. Unceasing Top. If we ever have no cards in hand during our turn, draw a card. Could have gone Double Clash second win, just saying. Instead, I get a choice between a Pubble, a Shrug, or a Second Wind. And given that we have the spot weakness, I really like Pummel as a way to turn that strength into damage, a card we were absolutely lacking on the previous Ironclad run. But it's definitely tempting to take one of the block options. I think we should be taking the damage, though. And upgrading our Carnage, although I'm almost tempted to upgrade Pummel. Ouch. Thanks, Dark Shackles. Yeah. Bonk. Okay, so only -3 during that fight, actually. Not bad at all. Shockwave, a way to apply weak and vulnerable to everything. Very good early find. A little awkward with the Carnage currently, but if we get energy later This will be great. I think Twin Strike also very reasonable. It's damage to a target of our choice, and we have strength. Busty Buckets asks, what's the lowest health you've fought a boss at? I'm quite sure that I have intentionally started the Act 1 boss with 1 or 2 hit points, and then prevailed. Particularly if I had something like Incense Burner or the Fossilized Helix or Fairy in a Bottle. Have been all reasons for me to go into a boss fight with exceedingly low health. My favorite Ironclad card sound. Reaper. Love the thunderclap of that Reaper. Alright, I think we're still on track to do this successfully. The boot! Oh, actually, wait a minute. Boot pummel, yes! Boot says if you would ever deal 4 or less unblocked attack damage, up it to 5. That means pummel does a minimum of 20 damage, and many other attacks that scale well with strength will work at good power prior to playing any strength. This is an immediate boost of sufficient size that I'm willing to take it over the blue key. Not something I'll usually do. Intentionally take boot, but I think boot might just be our savior. Ooh, and I think donut might be our savior too. Here we can choose a heal or max health or the relic and a curse. In this event, I advocate never, basically almost never, the bottom option, because not only are you getting a curse in exchange for the relic, but you're also losing out on one of the other two. So look at this as obtain a relic, but become cursed and lose 5 max health. Or become cursed and take 25 damage. And if you look at it that way, it seems like a really crap deal. Because it is a crap deal. So don't take it. My usual rule of thumb is if you need the hit points to get through the act, take the banana. Otherwise, munch that donut. Munch it good. To carnage or not to carnage? That is the... well, to spot weakness or to non-spot weakness? That is the question. With boot, it's almost like I don't need to. But I mean, we have other attacks, I suppose. I'll take 5 to spot. And we'll hit you. Bring you to 11. 11? I guess bash does 11. Okay. Gotta take damage to deal damage, you know? And then next turn, what do we do? Convuln. Probably Shockwave, Dark Shackle's the middle one, Pummel the front one. Use Warcry to put Bash on top. Okay, that looks good. So take 5 and then take 1 next turn. We should be good. Well, I guess the... oh yeah, the Pummel will do bonus damage. And that should kill. Dang it. It's exactly the card I did not want to draw here. Oh well. Let's... it doesn't matter. Five more. Does not matter. Get a letter opener. If we play 3 skills in 1 turn, we get to do 5 damage to all enemies. Really like letter opener when we've got 0 cost skills in the deck. Warcry, Battle Trance, and Dark Shackles. All are going to make this letter opener pretty powerful. Works to spot weakness too. It's good. We're offered an uppercut, an infernal blade, or a dual wield. Interesting choices. Uppercut's not bad. Although it's less needed with a shockwave. Dual wield can make copies of a card. This Infernal Blade works with the letter opener. None of these are really required or highly incentivized. If we feel like we're going to win the act, we should skip them. I think we're pretty good against Slime Boss currently. I'm really liking the Snecka Whale, in particular with Carnage, Bash, and Shockwave. There's a lot of potential for good stuff to happen there. Oh, hello, sir. What a lucky find. 276 gold plus 1 merchant equals 1 happy Ironclad. And boy, have we got some choices here. We can buy any of the relics in this shop, any of the cards in this shop, or any of the potions in this shop. So, relic options. Lantern, 1 more energy on turn 1. Definitely always nice on Ironclad, who's an energy-hungry boy. Helps us do something like Shockwave Carnage or Bash Carnage. Potion Bell, giving us 2 more potion slots. 4 potion slots on A20 is really nice. Could even buy a potion to go with. Handrill says, when you break an enemy's block, make them vulnerable. Handrill's a bit weird. Definitely one of the less useful relics in the game, by my opinion. But not useless, just less useful. Could remove a card, too. Second Dark Shackles is tempting, although less useful. Well, actually, really tempting. Go Potion Belt, second Dark Shackles. That's a fun one. I like that Dark Shackles even works against the Gremlin Knob as a block card. Baguno says, does Handrill drop outside the shop? No, Handrill is a shop relic. The third relic in the shop, the one in this slot, always is a shop relic. Always has a price of about 160-ish. Depending on the Ascension level, 150 to 170. And comes from a special set of relics that only appear in shops. This is where the Prismatic Shard will appear, the Brimstone, the Ori, just to name a few. I really do want this Potion Belt. Just wondering if I need to also buy a potion to put in it. Or if I get to remove a card or add Dark Shackles. I want this to be a double Dark Shackles run. Let's do it. It's not a Gremlin Knob. Good. Great news. Okay. Thought so. Prepare for boot value. Leave that pummel for later. I'm just gonna go spot weakness and carnage here. Take 15. We'll block next turn. If there is any block. This Forsaken World. Awkward timing on the Dark Shackles, alas. Still not too bad a fight. Shackles and Shackles. Interesting opportunity to take a Berserk. Gain 2 vulnerable at the start of your turn, gain 1 energy. We could upgrade that Berserk pretty quickly, making it gain 1 vulnerable. Pretty good against Slime Boss. And then giving us 1 energy per turn. It's also really nice with the Dark Shackles, because strength reduction doesn't care about being vulnerable. So if we draw Dark Shackles and Berserk together, they're also playable together. And I have an Unceasing Top, which means if I can generate an excess of energy, I might actually be able to use it for something. I'm going to give this a try. I don't usually go for this card at all, but I see several reasons at this moment why it's helpful. Helps against the slime boss, and it has some long-term potential in the deck. And we can give it an upgrade quickly. I'll take it. Will I regret it? Maybe. Definitely maybe. You, that way boot makes you die next turn. Or letter opener makes you die next turn. J-Merg, thanks for 34 months of support. Holy heck. Also, ow. Take 3, 4, 3. Take 10, go to 19. Heal to 25. Or I could use a potion. Snecko Oil looking pretty good here. Card I'm not really going to want to use during the slime boss fight. Absolutely could save me here by creating some zero-cost cards. I like that idea. Wouldn't say that went really well at all. But we can do this now. This is good. Only take 3. Yeah, this is good. Get him, boot. So, a significant improvement. We took 3 instead of 10. Oh, and we got an Entropic Brew. Now I'm feeling a lot safer here. Do I take a second Warcry? That seems ridiculous. With Unceasing Top. Letter Opener, Unceasing Top. HH Don Vito, thanks for 29 months of support. I think Burning Pact is also reasonable here, letting us exhaust 1, draw 2. Particularly useful with Berserk. I think I'm going to try out the second Warcry here. I see some interesting potential plays with the Letter Opener and the Unceasing Top. So I'm going to give that a try. Okay, so I don't care about Spot Weakness being next turn, of course, but I do care about Berserk being next turn. Maybe that means I want to put the Bash on top. No. Maybe we can double Warcry it. Alright, so we have Berserk in play, nice and safe. And we should be able to split or block the slime boss as we see fit here. Looks like blocking is the name of the game. Go Shockwave, Dark Shackles, defend. Use the speed potion if necessary, even. That does 5 damage with a letter opener, bringing the slime boss to 77. And then next turn we obliterate him before 5 more slimes get added to the deck. It's 21. So I do block a full 10 with the double speed potion here. Let's do that. Not 100% sure what the second phase of this fight will look like, and I'd like to have a few hit points to make mistakes with. Goes back in the draw pile, please. Put that on top. Do damage. Do a little bit more damage. Can't draw with the Unceasing Top because of the Battle Trance. And then, of course, Spot Weakness doesn't do a dang thing. Heck. Okay, well, that went nice and smoothly. And we have another good potion. Feeling really good at this exact moment about the potion belt pickup in the shop. And, oh boy, do we have some fun options here, too. Solar System Wolf says, imagine if that sock locked you in a repetitive tries to draw but can't draw. I think if you manage to get to 0 cards entirely, nothing in the draw pile, nothing in the discard pile, nothing in hand, then you get a sort of Inception situation with the Unceasing Top. Reaper Boot does work. Reaper Strength. We wanted to get strength, health back. This Reaper looks really, really nice. Corruption is definitely tempting. We've got a lot of skills that would all become free with the Corruption. Some of those already exhaust, so there's no real downside there. And making stuff free allows us to lean into the letter opener a little bit more, so that's an interesting possibility. It's into the Unceasing Top a little bit more, too. Or there's Feed to gain max health. That can definitely be good. Although I think this deck struggles a little bit with setting up a feed. So I'm thinking this goes Corruption. But the options are numerous. And then we're offered Mark of Pain, Tiny House, or Sacred Bar. Oh, man. Well, I know where we're going here. So, option A, Mark of Pain. Gives us an energy every turn, but adds 2 wounds into the draw pile. Those wounds will absolutely hard stop the Unceasing Top and prevent us from drawing more cards, although the War Cries can mitigate them a little bit. We've got energy cheats here, both Berserk and Corruption, and several 0-cost cards, so I'm not actually too worried about taking a Boss Energy Relic at the moment. Tiny House, giving us a potion, 50 gold, 5 max health, 1 card, 1 random upgrade. All of these bonuses are useful. We currently have a potion slot. We'd benefit from the money and the max health. The random upgrade could be good. There's a lot of benefits we would get from Tiny House. But are they as strong as doubling our potions? When we have 4 potion slots and an Entropic Brew, doubling the effectiveness of potions could mean we get a lot of explosive power in Act 2 that I think we could readily abuse. I wouldn't say at all that Tiny House is the easily worst boss relic. It's always a consistently mild positive for your run, which is better than some other relics might be, depending on your specific situation. For example, here, I would happily take Tiny House over Mark of Pain, and if the Sacred Bark was instead a Busted Crown, then I'd be taking Tiny House over both of them. And I'd even be happy with it, because I think our run is this run is in a position where it could win from taking this Tiny House. It's not a bad Tiny House. But I think we're better off with the double potions, considering all the potion synergy we currently have. Sozu would also be a bit of a hard sell. Although what you can do in this situation, if you've got a Sozu, is right now, drink the Entropic Brew, fill up the slots with empty potions, then pick up the Sozu. You are allowed to do that. But let's get some double potions here. Interesting shop placement. Wouldn't say that I'm particularly afraid of elites this act. I'm not 100% sure what my goal is. Do I want to get some strikes removed, maybe? We could actually go for the Burning Elite this act. I think we have the potions to just do that. So if I wanted to head up this way and double card remove, I could. There's also this way, which seems kind of bad. Is there a way to get more rest sites? Not really. 3 is about the best we're going to be able to do. Actually, no, we could do 4. There's a 4 rest site path here. Oh, actually, I like this path a bit more. Avoid this first elite, get an extra upgrade. And then if I wanted to fight another elite, it'd be that one? An interesting line through the act. Or we can opt into here or into here. These are both fun options. There's even a 3 elite path here. I don't know that I'm sufficiently capable. Let's see how our initial fights go. I'm not convinced they're going to be good for us. Right. Spot, defend, defend here. Take 8. Shockwave and Dark Shackles should help a lot in this fight. If I'm going to do spot, defend, defend, it should be corruption, spot, defend, defend. Use the corruption too. We can get a lot of damage from letter opener in this fight. And now Shockwave is completely free. So they all do no damage. Pummel obliterates one, thanks to the boot. Get out of here. Take a Shackles next turn. Hey! You can't do that. Oh dear. Well, this hasn't gone how I wanted it to. Norbert Noodle, an oldie but a goodie since I've got chickens on my mind here. Why did the Spirit Medium cross the road? To get to the other side. J-Guy, thanks for 25 months. Much love for that quarter century. How's it going, Olivia 5K? 5 months on the combined YouTube Twitch tier means you've watched 5 months of content. It's a lot of months and a lot of content. Pony says, how does Secret Bark interact with the Entropic Brew? Good question. And the answer is they kind of don't, but also kind of do. The Entropic Brew itself isn't any different. It's just going to fill all of our empty potion slots with potions. You can't get more potions than you have potion slots. So it's just going to make all of our potion slots full. But each of the potions that we create is going to be twice as strong because of the Sacred Bar. So there is an interaction, just not directly. The Entropic Brew itself doesn't benefit, but the potions that it creates do. Ooh, upgraded True Grit. Letting us exhaust cards in hand. Very, very, very nice. Re-upgrades, very nice. Anger is kind of interesting here. A self-duplicating card with corruption. Some interesting possibilities there. I could definitely see taking an Anger later in this run, but I think we want the True Grit Plus first. And yes, distilled chaos that plays the top 6 cards is, in fact, absurd. Truly absurd. Could use a potion here. I think I'm hoarding potions for this elite. Coming up? We'll see. This does 5 to both. So does this, though. Perfection. 42. It's 5. So I can go Carnage, True Grit, Dark Shackles. Take 0 and kill the front one here. Or just severely damage the back one. Actually, if I'm only going to kill one, I should kill the back one. Do it this way. Get rid of the corruption, actually. This guy might be getting away here. Bash Strike Strike doesn't KO him, does it? No. Not quite. So I either forfeit the gold, which might cost me a card removal, or I use one of my potions now. Really like these potions, is the thing. But we really do need to dump some strikes, I completely agree. Currently holding on to 40 gold. And we might get a potion, although it's not particularly likely. I think I'd rather use the liquid memory. Well, I'd most rather use the colorless potion, but the colorless potion is not guaranteed to kill him. There's still chaos. The liquid memories is. Guess I'll do that. No potion. We do get a Clash Plus. I'll take the Sentinel. If this card is exhausted, gain 2. Pretty good with corruption. We'll go one more combat here. The Knight and the Mystic. Actually do these next turn then. Next turn's gonna be awkward. They could both attack me for quite a bit of damage, but we do have corruption in play. Neither of them attacked me? Now that's interesting. Don't want to draw that Carnage, so let's stop here. Yeah, it was the next card. Thought so. Alright, that was a nice clean fight. Still no potion. We're offered another Pummel, a Ruptured Plus. When you lose health from a card, gain 2 strength. Or a True Grit. Let's take another Pummel here. Pummel's great before or after strength gain, thanks to Boot. And I'll gain some more max health. Alright, how do we feel about elites currently? Less incentivized to go for multiples, I think. Berserk Rupture Synergy, if only it worked that way, huh? So do we go the 2-shop line? Do we go this way? Actually, currently thinking avoid the shops entirely? Go red path? No. No, we should go this way. Let's do it. I might want to buy one of these potions. Will make crushing an elite exceedingly easy to have a double attack potion or double fire potion. This is also a 10 max HP fruit juice, now that I think about it. 10 max health for 105 gold. These are the days says, what's the minimum amount of gold you look for to enter a shop on average? Enough to buy this relic is my recommendation. So you need about 160 gold on lower ascensions, 175 gold on higher ascensions to guarantee that you can purchase at least one of the relics in the shop. $10 max health though. We do want card remove. We could go double card remove. I could go 10 max HP card remove. Really like going to 95 health here, actually. I'll do it. Give me the juice. Then I won't buy a potion, though. Perfection. Alright, do we start with a colorless potion or with a distilled chaos? I'm gonna drink this. Let's colorless potion. See what we got here. Double Mind Blast. So those are 20 each. So Mind Blast and Carnage cleanly kills this slaver. It's actually really good. Agree with Merle. Ideally, to make a shop really worth it, at least 300, so that you can afford any relic that appears or any one thing in the shop, period. And I'd say if you get to about 500 gold, you start to become urgently in need of going to a shop, because you're holding on to a lot of value that you could spend. So I think 500 is about the maximum you should hold for, with 300 to 500 being the usual range. I don't feel like I need to use another potion yet, so let's not. The double war cry. Cry harder. With boot, do I really need to spot weakness here? I don't think so. Do it this way. I don't need to do crap. One times 4? Try. 5 times 4. The power. Maximum boot value. Maximum Mind Blast value. Easy. Ancient Tea Set's going to give us 2 energy at the start of rest sites. Or after visiting a rest site, rather. Do I want a Thunderclap? Not really. Could take another Berserk here. That seems a little ridiculous, though. Alright, what's in the second shop? It's... not much. Good, then I won't feel guilty for simply removing one of our 5 strikes. Here's where the double Dark Shackles are going to pay off. Someday. Dark Shackles, hello? Son of a gun. Ah! Unacceptable. I have 2 of you, for this exact reason. Heck. Guess I'll use the distilled. Aw, oh, man. It's fine. Yeah, I can't use the Chaos Spot and somehow manage to hit anything that isn't... We get Berserk, Corruption, Warcry, Strike, Defend, Spot Weakness. No, that's not gonna happen. Okay, we do at least get a potion back. We're offered an Iron Wave Plus. Dual wield or an armaments? Actually not the world's worst Iron Wave. It's hardly inspiring, but it's passable. Do I take it? Deeply unclear. I mean, it's a block card that we get to keep after Corruption. That alone has some merit to it. Let's take it. Just 1. Definitely don't want more than 1. Ooh, I do want this. Definitely don't want more than 1. Love that we get 2 more cards on turn 1. And wait, I get to upgrade a card? What? It's not something I usually get to do. Thinking either the Shockwave upgrade for 2 more turns a week in Vol against Collector. I could do that here or here, though. Corruption upgrade to make it cheaper is worthwhile. The Spot Weakness upgrade for more strength is pretty good. Upgrading either of the Pummels is substantially more damage. Heck, upgrading the Dark Shackles is significantly increased strength reduction. Actually, a lot of good candidates here. Thinking I should probably improve my only means of scaling up power, though. So we'll go with the Spot Weakness first. Hey, good to see you, Berserk. on turn 1. Good. And I'll Warcry the Dark Shackles on top just for the 5 damage. Nice. Like a Dark Shackles True Grit or Strike True Grit. Let's Strike True Grit. Oh. Snecko dropped a Snecko Oil, which says draw 10 cards, and then randomize the cost of cards in your hand. Draw 10, you say? A lot of draw. I like that we're offered an Inflame Plus, unconditional, free upgraded, gain 3 strength. That's an easy pick for me. And yeah, we because of the unceasing top, we actually can't make it draw 10. Only draw 9. I'll fight the superpowered Book of Stabbing because I have no fear. And I will strongly consider using the Snecko Oil here with this hand. I think I'm going to do it, actually. Play the free stuff. Alright, draw 6 cards and randomize everything. We got 1 cost Carnage, 1 cost Corruption. The skill costs don't matter because the Corruption's in play now. So let's go ahead and do Bash Carnage. Can't miss our spot weakness here, thanks to Book of Stabbing always attacking. Berserk, no problem with Dark Shackles, have a 0 times 3. Easy. Really liking this Berserk. Beautiful. Oh. And there it is. We have a Corruption. Here's a Dead Branch. Whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card to your hand. And I've got 95 max health. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Our Lord and Savior. We have so much exhaust in this deck. Does mean the Unceasing Top will basically never do anything anymore, but that ain't a problem. I guess I'll fight another Elite then. Let's have a good time. This run just entered Silly Town. Oh, you betcha. Silliness acquired. Making some slightly odd choices here. Oof. +9. Ow. Telling me I can't kill you? How rude. Guess we have to see what Pummel makes. Not good enough. Ouch. I feel like it was perhaps possible to do that a little better. I'll play the Berserk. Have fun with my flame barrier. Fools. Alright, still got our very valuable Entropic Brew. If we want a ultimate solution to scaling, we can add a demon form here. 3 strength per turn. And I actually think this is exactly the sort of card the deck now wants. Another big expensive power that's great on turn 1. Something that makes all these random attacks do massive damage in the late game. Pick it up. Into the Breach Advanced Edition now. What? What? New squads and weapons and stuff. And it's free just like the FTL Advanced Edition. Wow. That is definitely not an announcement I expected to hear, but that's awesome news from Subset Games. Holy moly. July 19th. Well, I know what we're going to be doing next month. I can't wait. I can't wait. More challenging difficulty mode. And with new music from Ben Prunty, I can't wait. How dare they keep putting out free content? That's amazing. That's amazing. Beautiful. Yeah. Infinite power. Going to Disney. Beautiful. Healing when we enter a shop is good. I think at this point we want to keep the number of cards relatively small. The deck wants to play Corruption in Demon form. After that, doesn't really matter what happens. Definitely going to upgrade this Demon form, increasing the per turn scaling so that we have a ultimate solution to bosses here. Like the Collector. We can get Demon form early in the fight. Dang it. That would have been nice. But we don't. Guess we'll just do some damage. It's a little spooky here. Don't really want to play Berserk on this turn. That would really substantially increase the damage headed our way. Even with Dark Shackles. And the Steam Summer Sale arrived. A good time to be a gamer. Okay, we get an uppercut. Could use a colorless potion here. We felt it necessary. Don't really feel like it is. Now it is. Yes, now it is. Zero cost skills, huh? Okay. We got free Seeing Red and free Exhume. I love it. Double free Shockwave. Glorious. Simply glorious. Be in flame. Do play brutality. Do play brutality. I can exhume the chrysalis. That's funny. Do it. Feel no pain. That's good. Can't play anything though. Take 5 more, go to 11. A little spooky here. Especially now that we're debuffed. Hoping the collector will buff. Dang. Here we go. I like it. Double tap this. Easy. Typical Dead Branch corruption sort of fight, you know? Exceedingly happy with a limit break, double our strength. We have 3 ways to gain strength. It's a 0-cost skill once corruption's in play. Exhausts for Dead Branch. Real nice. It's really nice. Don't need another Berserk, and I think we don't need this Immolate either. Although, it would be okay. Actually, shockingly, the Letter Opener is doing so much damage. 324 so far. And we're barely halfway through the game. Glorious. Well now, those sure are some options. Option A, Fusion Hammer. Simply gain more energy per turn, lose the ability to upgrade further. This is a very good time to take the Fusion Hammer. Option B, the Snecko Eye. Draw 2 additional cards each turn. Start combat confused. So all of our cards are random cost, but we're drawing way more. Notable thing with the Snecko is that we override random card costs with corruption. Skills, once corruption's in play, skills will cost 0, no matter what. That's very, very good. Randomizing the cost of demon form is also great, although we might not like that Berserk is randomized. Really do like that this helps us find corruption easier. Or option 3, Runic Pyramid, which says we no longer discard our hand at the end of turn. That's definitely a recipe for hand clog here. Having a handful of cards that we can't get rid of, so we can't draw any new cards. Particularly with corruption, and particularly with with Dead Branch, and particularly with Dead Branch on 3 energy. I think it's a pretty risky pyramid. Yeah, hard mode, no kidding. Hard mode, indeed. Might be better than you think, though, although we'd have to delay playing corruption a lot of the time. Be a bit weird. I think we're just going to go full chaos mode. Take the Snecko Eye here, have tons of card draw with random cost, and just kind of see what happens. Do you know that we offer channel memberships now? Support the channel directly here on YouTube for as low as $5 a month and get awesome perks like a custom badge and emojis. But most importantly of all, I'll do exclusive Q&As, uploading a video response only available to members, so you can hear your questions read in my buttery voice. Click the join button below this video to get started. Back to the video. I'm sure it'll be fun. Interesting elite placements. I do like the heal from a shop. Could take a whole bunch of res sites, but to what end? To what end? I don't know to what end. Alright, here's our first random Snecko hand. Looks pretty solid. take it. Draw 6. Cards I don't think I want. Any kind of common is usually pretty undesirable in Act 3 unless it has good synergy with your deck. Definitely don't want attack cards very often at this point. You've already got a good damage plan if you've made it to this part of the game. Usually you don't require a whole lot more investment in that at this point, but exceptions do happen. More power. Another Carnage Plus. It's okay. It's a pretty good damage card with a Snecko-Eye, but it's not really required here in the short term. Guess it would help us with killing stuff like the minions in the Awakened One fight, daggers against Reptomancer, or if we ran into double Orb Walkers, but I don't think we need it. Would I take a second Corruption in this deck? Yes. Yes, this is a 2 corruptions sort of deal here. Most assuredly. Just so that we could get the corruption in play quicker or for less energy, depending. Such shenanigans. Get him, Steering Blow. Alright, note that we've just, like, consistently healed from combats. We're back up to almost full after entering the act down 20 health. This is almost takeable. Am I headed? Thinking this way. Tiny chest gets to kick in, too, here, so I'm allowed to take this relic. Like how often we're making random limit breaks. Good stuff. Double drop kick. Easy. Get obliterated, nerds. Could take a power through plus. Does add wounds to my hand, which could be bad. It's 20 block, though. Captain Caps, thanks for 38 months of support. Much heck and love. Dual Wield's one of my favorites with Snecko-Eye, but there's also another limit break here. Dr. Domagato, what is the Ironclad like to drink in the mornings? An Immolate. Very delicious. There's also Prismatic Shard here, which could let us get skills from the other characters. And that can do some very fun stuff. Let's give it a try. There's also another 10 max HP fruit juice here. We want to go to 105 hit points. Sure, we'll take that. Can't quite afford it, though. So let's either cut a strike or take the dual wield. I think I'll cut a strike. So, is Prismatic Shard the best choice there? I doubt it. Is it the most fun? Probably. Okay, Nemesis could give me a hard time here. Enemies intangible every other turn, which can make them very difficult to deal with. Yeah. But we do have the boot, so we can do damage to them even when intangible, I suppose. Double body slam. Easy. Calipers are here, allowing us to retain block from turn to turn. And oh man, if we want some serious Dead Branch shenanigans, Blade Dance is the card. It's a skill, and that skill adds 3 free exhausting cards to my hand. So it's, with Corruption, 4 exhausts in 1 card. I'll take it. And they all benefit from strength, too. My favorite Fatal card, definitely Feed, Lamgoin. Gaining an immense amount of max health is so fun to me. So fun to me. "12 cards. Bash them to keep them." I want an uppercut? Not really. No, I don't want any of that. Boot thingy for 10 block turn 1? That's not bad. Remember, we are allowed to take this, because we are getting 1 more treasure chest here. Let's do it. I like having block on turn 1. I've got Boot Blade Dance, too. Boot Dance. Deep satisfaction from pummeling the spiker. Yeah! Satisfying. Claw? No, we have Snecko Eye, right? Headbutt's not bad. But I'm not taking a Claw. Claw Dead Branch. The ultimate deck. Question mark. There. Double Feel No Pain. Here we go. Well, that's what I call not feeling pain. Give me the shiv. Yes. Flex Plus would be tempting if we didn't have the Snecko Eye. I don't think we need it as it is. Yeah, Master Reality would probably be my favorite card to see here. 3 Ironclads, by the way. Hello? Hello? Are you there? Please put the demon form on top. Then draw it. Yeah, then put that one on top. Hey! Always got potions if we need them. Very, very good potions. It's a pretty bad turn, so... Okay, Iron Wave and Defend kills this one. Wild Strike kills this one, Fire Potion kills this one. That's not too bad. This, on the other hand, is a little bit spooky. Do I use the skill potion? I think so. Hey, that'll do. Dual wield the shiv. Yeah, let's just lift for strength 3 times and a Reaper to go with it. Or a Caltrops would be a fun way to deal damage to heart. But given the current situation, looks like an easy Reaper. I'll even be able to lift 2 times. Here's the treasure chest that contains the blue key. Skip that stinky blue candle. Much better than the, much happier with the anchor there. Easy. Got, calipers after all. 24 block potion with calipers? How did I know that was going to be a treasure chest? Because Tiny Chest says every 4th question mark room is a treasure room. And the counter was on 3, so that was a guaranteed treasure chest from the question mark room. Guaranteed, I tell you. All these limit breaks, and yet... not a point of strength in sight. Harsh. Yeah! Here we go. Easy. Captain's boot thingy. Now we're 2/3 of a boat, giving me lots of block on turn 3. We're also back up to a full potion belt. And hello, worship. 5 mantra. With a dupe pot? Hell yeah. Give me that. It's time to be silly. We duplicate that potion, we get to enter Divinity Stance. Maybe wanted to upgrade that to retain even, actually. Yeah, with retain it would have been nice here, actually. Demon form should realistically be the only power I have to play in this fight. Other than corruption, which I will also play. Could play Berserk, but I will not. Oh. When one barricade is just not enough. Try two. Probably kill this turn with the Blade Dance, actually. I have to play Barricade first. Yeah. How dare you? There we go. There we go. I'll be taking that health back. Excuse me. GG. Next up, Mr. Dimeter. Don't think the Dimeter's gonna fare a lot better than the Awakened one did. Especially not with turn 1 Demon form. Into random limit break. Into get hecked because I have a Dark Shackles to shut down your attack entirely, sir. Man, these Dark Shackles in this deck have been such a hard carry in so many situations. Of course. Halfway there. Except, wait, I can't do it again. Well, that's awkward. There's the Exhume. Let's do it. Enter Divinity. Commence the Ultra Bonk. GG. Just through, I guess you could say we brought that fight full circle. Two thump, a deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of this evil? You punch the hell out of the heart. Get stronger. Strange Spoon, that's cute. Cards that exhaust when played, instead discard half the time. Could allow us to keep cards, but it means we won't get new cards on the Dead Branch, so not necessarily about that. Speed Potion's pretty powerful. Gives us 10 dexterity for only a single turn, but how many block cards do you think I can play in one turn? Answer's probably more than 2.4. So I imagine it's more block than the block potion is. Or we could just go 4 permanent decks. That's also decent. Could also simply remove a card. Not necessarily any reason to swap our potions when we could instead get a card removal. Is the draw potion ever going to draw? I'm sure it has some use, even if it's only turn 2 against heart. It'll have some use. I'm sure it will. Alright, if I want this fight to be very, very easy, this is where I use the duplication potion. I think that's very reasonable. Let's do it. Double worship. Double spot weakness. Blade dance. My shivs deal 42 damage. And you are in a world of pain now. One in which you are dead. I'll play one of these, not both. This turn could be a little awkward. The Recast Reaper, huh? We just do this. Easy. We get a Heart of Iron, gain 12 metallicized, 12 block per turn. And with a Thread Needle, make it 16 block per turn. And Catalyst to double our poison? Actually, Heavy Blade looking pretty decent here. Quite honestly. Let's just take the Ironclad card. Alright, Mr. Hart, you are in for a big bonketing. Just gonna go ahead and use my block potion right now. And now it's time. Please put the spot weakness on top. I'm not gonna bother playing Battle Trance. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother. 54. When do we drink the Entropic Brew? We're about to. We're about to. This... Oh, Fiendfire. Like this. Double our strength. Bash dropkick here. Nice. Okay, now I'm going to use the potion to draw 5 more. And we're going to see what's inside the Entropic Brew. Skill Potion, Fear Potion, Double Artifact, Blessing of the Forge. Could upgrade our Body Slab. Otherwise, this is pretty mediocre looking. Cool. Hit me. Juggernaut, very good. Gives us damage whenever we gain block. I'll actually upgrade that before I play it. Let's upgrade everything. The heavy blade, the double tap. All of it. Double Juggernaut. Even better. That's a lot of damage. Triple Juggernaut. Commence the bonkening. GG. Hey there, if you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And before you go, join us on Twitch and watch live. I'm there 5 days a week playing Slay the Spire, answering questions, and chilling with the community. Click the link in the description to follow right now. Ta-ta for now.